to Highway 59. It's a 16-minute drive. Also west on the Bayway from the Eastern Shore to the tunnel in Mobile, it's an 11-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hey, it's Kyle from Blindster.com. There's never been a better time to buy blinds. Save up to 50% site-wide during our Cyber Week sale going on now. Our blinds are custom-made and guaranteed to fit. Skip the big box stores and order online for less. This sale ends soon, so go to Blindster.com today.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
The Uncle Henry Show, weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
The older you get, Henry, like the dumber you getting. The older you get, the dumber you getting, man. Henry, you crazy. I don't know what your problem is or not, man. Maybe you need to go home, get on the front porch, get you some Country Time lemonade, and fan the flies.
Wonderful town, wonderful people, places to go, things to see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Beautiful homes, schools and churches, entertainment, places to shop. My heart's in Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Mobile, the center of transportation, business and industry set the pace. Mobile's got the Junior Miss celebration, home of Mardi Gras and Senior Bowl game.
Mobile is great to live in and work in.
The climate's ideal for progress you see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town.
This is the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Thank you so much for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. And once again, this is not a rerun. This is not a rerun. Killer Bees is back. KillerBees.com is the website. Killer B-E-A-Z, KillerBees.com. Killer Bees is back. He's got a comedy show. The comedy show with Killer Bees is coming up this Friday night in downtown Mobile at the Crescent Theater. Killer Bees, thanks for coming back in.
Hey, thank you, man. That is day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, you're doing comedy.
Right.
In Mobile.
And it is so cool that Zeke and all those guys have stuck it out in town and now brought a comedy scene back. That is really, really cool, man.
Now, Killer Bees, your show Friday night.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock Friday night, Crescent Theater. You can get tickets at killerbees.com or go to the Crescent Theater's website. I guess you can go down there and ask for a ticket now if they're open.
The Crescent Theater, by the way, is at 208 Dauphin Street.
Okay.
Because people, I'm sure, are wondering, I wonder just where that is. So 208 Dauphin Street, and they do good. They show old movies there. They have comics coming in, so it's a pretty neat little venue. And on January the 11th, then we'll get back to talking about me. But on January the 11th, they'll be premiering John Miller's film Puppets of Oz.
Yeah, John Miller has done a something for kids, Puppets of Oz. I saw. This looks way better than I thought it was going to look. This is a nice-looking puppet show.
Yeah, they're not marionettes.
No.
They don't have strings hanging off of them, y'all.
Too bad.
Too bad.
But they're still, it's Puppets, Wizard of Oz story.
Yep. So we're looking forward to that coming out. That'll be fun.
Now, the reason that Killer Bees is promoting John Miller's puppet movie about the Wizard of Oz coming up January 11th at the Crescent is you're in it. Now, you play who in this?
I am the voice of the Scarecrow.
Yes, indeed.
Right, and a dear friend of mine is the voice of the Cowardly Lion.
And that would be?
Uncle Henry.
Are you sure?
No. Isn't that who? Because you're in that thing.
I'm in it too, but look, see, I'm in it.
Or the Tin Man?
No,
You weren't Dorothy. I know that.
I was not Dorothy in this movie. This is a Wizard of Oz things with puppets. Killer Bees is the star of it, and they have
You're the star of it. I just pop off.
Sock Cop is in it. Now,
Right, he
I don't
is.
know if he's the Tin Woodsman or the Cowardly Lion, but he's one of them.
Right, right. So it's an all-star cast from the upper Gulf Coast of America. Is what it is from this side of the bay.
It is like a
So-
3 zip code all-star cast.
Yes, it is. Yes, and if you were to add all the years of experience of entertaining between those of us involved, it'd be like 1 million.
It'd be a lot. It'd
Right,
be a
day
lot.
after the Big Bang. It was the day after the Garden of Eden wasn't quite open.
No,
yet. And that's where everybody hung out while they was waiting.
Now, Killer Bees is in this Wizard of Oz thing with me and Sock Cop and some other folks. It's premiering on January 11th at the Crescent Theater. I want you to know that when we recorded this, it was mainly Killer Bees joking around, just coming up with some great stuff, and the rest of us just watching, just having fun.
You know, there was actually one spot where we had to quit recording, and John Miller had to tell everybody, all right, let's do it over, and this time don't laugh.
Yes, yes,
So-
yes.
So, but what fun, man. That was really neat to do. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that you were in that with us.
Well, I was honored to be asked to be involved in that kind of thing. So you're in that. You, of course, have been on Moonshiners for years now. It's on the Discovery Channel, right?
Correct. We just got done filming season 15. It's my 10th season. We do not have our air date yet for this season, but it's Discovery Channel. And if you're unfamiliar, the gist of it is the Discovery Channel has film crews that follow teams of hillbillies up in the mountains cooking up batches of illegal hooch and selling it and hiding from the police on camera. And it is one of those, what could ever go wrong with that idea?
And some things do go wrong. Now, you said that, so that there's a season already done, but nobody knows. They haven't told you when it's going to be on TV yet. It's just
Correct.
ready to go at some point.
It's in the can. Now, I say it's in the can. We have wrapped on filming. Now, I'm
Yes.
sure they're still doing their editing and their inserts and all that, so it may not be ready to view today. But we're done filming all the episodes.
So 10 years of being on Moonshiners. Now, when you first went on that show, did you have any idea that you were going to be doing it for a decade?
I had no idea, man. I thought it was just a one time I get to do it. You know, two of the main characters, Mark and Digger, had seen my show. Now it's been 30 years ago at Zany's in Nashville. At the time, 10 years ago, I got a text from them. Dude, this is Mark and Digger from Moonshiners. We saw you at Zany's Comedy Club in Nashville 20 years ago. We're big fans. You're in our neck of the woods. Come see us. And so I had my wife corporate with me, and I go, honey, I need to be on that TV show. And, of course, she's going into a conniption of, you and moonshine, that's all I need. It was one of those. It was one of those deals, man. But she saw the connection to my demographic base, to my demographics, and it's international TV, man. It's around the world.
The connection to your demographic base. So she's making the assumption that your fans love moonshine, that they enjoy that type of activity and that type of product,
adventure, and the educational slant.
Well, there is. There's a lot of science. You've taught me science from this.
There is chemistry, physics.
Yeah.
Trying to beat a lie detector test, all that
law
stuff.
and law. You got to learn law and stuff like that.
You got to learn the law. You got to learn how to be invisible.
Yes.
And so the way I secured, see, I thought I was.
We got to go to break. We're up on the break. So Killer Bees is here. If you have a question for him, maybe you want to ask him about moonshine or something. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. Killer Bees doing comedy this Friday night in downtown Mobile at the Crescent Theater. More from Killer Bees as the Uncle Henry Show continues.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street.
Hey, our microphones are still on for the people watching on YouTube.
Gotcha.
I didn't want that. Last time you were here, I did not have our commercial break conversations on YouTube, and I felt badly for these pitiful people that are watching on YouTube
Who
live.
depend on that.
Well, they're watching live, and they're thinking, why would I want to watch this live if I'm not going to hear the commercial break and all that kind of stuff?
Right, and I'm going to have to agree with them. Just to be honest, friends, we're friends. We can tell each other these things.
I agree.
Iron sharpens iron.
It does. It
And
does.
so-
And you've got all this experience on these type of things. Although, have you ever done this type of thing, like live streamed? Just I see your reels and things on social media. Have you done long form live?
I have not, but people are telling me, asking me, begging me, ordering me to do that.
Ordering you to do this.
But I have not yet set up to do like a long live thing. And they say to do that, but I don't know what I would say for a long live thing. I guess I could talk about, Timey days when I worked in the ambulance that was owned by a funeral home, and they taught me how to embalm between ambulance calls.
Yes, now that
There's
would be
some
good.
stories.
That would be outstanding. We may even talk about that later today. But that leads me to a question. This will be for just you on YouTube. It seems like 90% of comedians have podcasts now. I know people have been telling you have to do it, but you've resisted, right?
Correct. One thing, I stay on the road so much, it's hard to do that. But since you brought it up, we are in the process of preparing a Killer Bees, Comedian Killer Bees podcast.
You are.
And also a Christian Comedy Revival podcast. Both, we've built a podcast room in our church at Revive Church, Mobile, Alabama. And so we had a meeting, as a matter of fact, yesterday about one of the podcasts with our pastors. So those are coming.
Okay.
And,
all right. So there are. So you've been for years now. People have been telling you to do it, and now you're going to do it.
Correct,
right.
sir. We've got our signage and stuff. Got our little room decorated. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's something I've not hosted a podcast. I've been on several. I guess
I'm sure you have.
I guess the biggest one I've actually been on was Mark Maron's WTF podcast way back. I sat in the same chair Barack Obama sat in.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, so that was really cool. I met Mark in Montreal, Canada. We were up there doing a festival, and he walked by, and I went, I need to say hey to that guy, because we used to follow each other in comedy clubs all over the country and had never met face to face. I went up and introduced him. I said, like, dude, I know exactly, man. You got to come be on my pods. I said, well, next time I'm on the West Coast, we'll do it. And about 6-8 months later, I was in L.A. and went over and did his podcast. And a lot of fun. Nice guy. First time, by the way, that was the first time I ever had almond milk in my coffee.
Now, what did you think of it?
It looked like old milk, that, the little specks you get.
Yeah.
It looked like that. It didn't dissolve as well as cow milk.
Yeah.
And how do you milk an almond anyway?
I don't
There
know.
were so many questions.
Well, you've got, and now almond milk. Now there's also soy milk and oat milk.
There is indeed. So, yeah, that's too many choices.
Well,
for me, that's too many choices.
What's wrong? What's wrong with milk?
With milk,
just regular milk.
Yeah, something to do about climate change or something.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Saving the planet, I guess.
I see. I've gotten to that age where this is the climate's somebody else's business.
Right.
Give me some milk. All right, we're going to be back on the radio in less than 1 minute.
From now?
Yes.
Whoa.
With Killer Bees, so please stand by, YouTube viewers.
Gulf Coast weather from the Pete and Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical Weather Center.
Get ready for more wet weather for the Gulf Coast. Clouds increase with rain showers after midnight tonight. Chilly temperatures, lows in the 40s. Highs only in the low 50s tomorrow, with a 90% chance of showers throughout the day on your Thursday. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith of this iHeart Radio station.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. We'll explain how the Goo Goo Cluster became Nashville's official candy. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show. Killer Bees is back on the Uncle Henry Show. KillerBees.com, B-E-A-Z, KillerBees.com. He's going to be doing some comedy, a comedy show, 7 o'clock Friday night.
Friday.
This Friday night at the Crescent Theater in downtown Mobile. Now,
208 Dauphin Street.
The Crescent Theater with Killer Bees. Do you...
And real quick, just let me say, that commercial that was on, they...
We're talking about Nashville's favorite candy or
right,
something?
Goo Goo Cluster.
Yeah.
At one point in time, this has been a couple of decades ago, back when I was a really big deal in Nashville, there was a turf war between Goo Goo Cluster and Moon Pie, because I would work Nashville and Chattanooga back to back.
Okay.
And so, and Little Debbie Snack Cakes is out of Chattanooga, and they would show up, reps would show up when I would come to that town with big bags of deliciously sugar-coated diabetes.
Yes.
Up in a bag, but I have Goo Goo Cluster socks. I have a camouflage Goo Goo Cluster cap. It just all kinds of cool stuff, man, that they hooked me up with. So that was a lot of fun getting those freebies and all.
I bet it was.
That's a neat thing.
Now, your show in Mobile
Yes,
at the
sir.
Crescent Theater at 208 Dolphin Street?
208 Dolphin
208
Street.
Dolphin Street in Mobile, Friday night, 7 o'clock. Now, have you, during your years of doing comedy, you've done numerous shows right here in Mobile, Alabama, from year to year. Have you been tempted to do Mobile-only jokes? Have you written material specifically for Mobile ever?
I may have 30 years ago or something like that, but you get in the habit of writing your act so that it is universal.
Right,
so I
of
can
course.
do the same act in West Palm Beach that I do in Portland or Chicago or Phoenix, whatever. But always there's stuff going on in the town that you're in and things to, generally it would be things to make fun of. And to me, it's not as palatable to me to make fun of the populace and where people live. You know, being from the deep South, I get my accent wise, you know, made fun of all across the country. People, you know, a good-natured ribbon, but still, you know, that gets kind of old to hear it over and over and over. So I try not to, although I did notice today when I was on my way here that once again the National We Don't Use Turn Signals Convention is in town.
Oh, okay.
So there is
all right.
that. There is that, and I know this about Mobile driving. The word yield means there's room for you too. so there are those things we all know.
Yes. Now, as a professional comedian, do you have people coming up to you all the time wanting to tell you jokes?
Constantly.
Still.
Constantly.
So
and they don't know any better, you know, but they go, man, have you heard the one about so-and-so? And I say to them, I don't know, what's the punchline? Just tell me how it ends, and I'll tell you if I've heard it. But then they go about telling you the joke anyway. Even if they go, have you heard the one about so-and-so? If I go, yeah, they'll go, well, this guy was going down the street, and then they embellish it with their version. It lasts about 18 minutes.
Yes.
And they get to the end, and I go, and then did he say, don't sell that cow? You know what I'm saying? They always do it, man, and they want to put their spin on it. So...
Now, in your years of doing the comedy, doing stand-up comedy from a young age, all these years, have you ever had a job where you were worried you weren't going to get paid?
Yes, and we've been stiffed at gigs.
Oh, you have been?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. We did New Year's Eve at one of the Punchline clubs out of Atlanta right back before they kind of went down.
Yeah.
You know, there was a Punchline here in Mobile on Government for years. But anyway, it was like a 5-day gig. We started early in the week, went all the way through, then did New Year's Eve, went to get paid, and the guys go, man, sorry, we can't pay you. We shut our doors. We closed. We're out of business. And they knew the entire week they were going to do it. And so it was several $1,000s to get stiffed. And that happens, man. That, you know, it's not unheard of. It happens everywhere all the time, it seems. So
okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, it's like any other business, man. There's pitfalls. There's people that do it right. There's people that do it wrong, and people that will take advantage.
Mhm.
But it's part of the game.
Now, you are going to be doing, speaking of New Year's Eve, you're doing New Year's Eve shows in Cookeville, Tennessee this year.
Yeah.
How are the crowds? And I know you've done this many times during your career, you've done New Year's Eve. You've told me the last time you were here, differences between Friday and Saturday night crowds. What about that kind of crowd?
Oh, that'll be a great crowd, man, because they are in the mood to go celebrate.
Okay.
You know, it's not a regular Friday, not a regular Saturday, whatever the day of the week. It's not just, let's go watch a show. It's let's go celebrate. So we've got all kinds of party favors. We went through some inventory of our stash, if you will, last night and today, and make sure we have hundreds of tiaras, hundreds of noisemakers, hundreds of New Year's Eve hats and stuff. So it's kind of a big deal. We'll be doing a dinner show, all this stuff, man, champagne toast. But it's a special event, and we try to set it up big so that people will go, you know what, we're going to do this next year.
Okay.
So that's the deal. And the Cumberland Plateau, which is where Cookeville is a gorgeous, gorgeous part of the country. I mean, within 20 miles any direction, there's waterfalls, there's just beautiful scenery. So it's really neat to be in that area.
Okay, so, by the way, we do have a caller. If you could put on your headphones there, and we'll see.
Plug them into that thing.
Yeah. So we do have a caller. Now, as you've noticed, I don't have the budget for a call screener. So this could be, who knows? This could be some type of telephone solicitor.
Okay.
Hello, caller.
Hey, good evening, Uncle Henry.
Cliff, you are live on the radio with Killer Bees.
Hey, Cliff.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Killer Bees. I was wondering, about 1,000 years ago, do you remember when you started? It was down by Greyhound bus station on 90.
Yeah, near Whataburger, actually, over in there. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And wasn't there like a U-Haul place right by there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I end up in some strange places. I just wondered if you remember that. You were just starting out almost.
Right. The first time I came to town to perform, I was the MC, the little opening act. And the club at that time was called The Punchline. Then it evolved into Mobile Comedy Lounge and so forth and so on. So I certainly do remember that, Cliff. I totally do, brother.
Well, Uncle Henry, before I say this, Uncle Henry, he has a lot of people throwing jokes at him. When you first came on, Uncle Henry, you played a note from a guy saying that the older you get,
the dumber I get. Yes.
Oh yeah, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
AOC calling Elon Musk stupid. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you very much,
man.
Cliff. Thank you very much for your phone call. We're going to hear some news headlines, get a traffic report, and then more from Killer Bees. He's doing a comedy show, 7 o'clock Friday night at 208 Dolphin Street, the Crescent Theater.
From the Spring Hill Toyota Traffic Center.
And a cruiser on scene of an accident with injury blocking the roadway on North Poquito Road at Lewis Turner Boulevard. Slow on Highway 98 from Daphne to I-10. It's a 9-minute drive. Also, an accident in the right lane south on I-65 approaching Sailor Road. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hey, it's Kyle from Blindster.com. There's never been a better time to buy blinds. Save up to 50% site-wide during our Cyber Week sale going on now. Our blinds are custom-made and guaranteed to fit. Skip the big box stores and order online for less. This sale ends soon, so go to Blindster.com today.
Hello, I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News. U.S. Fish and Wildlife officials carrying out a warrant at a home in Tillman's Corner where there are multiple monkeys. There's caution tape around the home. Multiple cages seen at the home, with men and women wearing a mask walking around the property. A neighbor says the couple who lives there carries monkeys around with them while driving their golf cart. Fox 10 News working to get more details about this developing story. No one was hurt after an Amtrak train hit the bed of a pickup in Irvington. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency and St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department responded. Witnesses say the driver of the pickup ran off, but the passenger stayed at the scene. Now, after the crash, CSX crews were spotted repairing the crossing gate. Fox 10 News trying to get more information, and we'll share that with you on our website, fox10tv.com. Pritchard announced because of weather for the weekend, changes were made for two planned holiday events. The city's 24th annual Christmas parade has been canceled. The 23rd annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony will still be on Friday at 6. Now, we're told it will now be held indoors at Pritchard City Hall. Mayor Carletta Davis, city leaders, and community partners will be there for music, fellowship, and the tree lighting. We're told if you need more information about this, contact the Office of Civic and Cultural Affairs. I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News on this iHeartRadio station.
Auburn football is retaining DJ Durkin. New head coach Alex Golesh said in a statement that he's going to keep him on as the Tigers' defensive coordinator. Durkin was named interim coach after Hugh Freeze was fired at the beginning of November. He had been considered a top candidate for the position before Golesh was hired. South Florida's offensive coordinator Joel Gordon is also joining Auburn's staff. It is National Signing Day. The next batch of college football standouts announcing their commitments. Alabama enters the day with the number 2 recruiting class in the nation. That's according to 24/7 Sports. And Alabama Power customers will have no rate increases for at least 2 years. The state PSC approved a rate freeze through 2027. Alabama Power apparently suggested it. I'm Leah Brandon.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier. The Trump administration defending a second strike on alleged Venezuelan drug boat in September. President Trump standing by the strike order, presuming those aboard to be guilty of drug trafficking.
I support the decision to knock out the boats, and whoever's piloting those boats, most of them are gone, but whoever are piloting those boats, they're guilty of trying to kill people in our country.
Colombia's President Gustavo Petro claims innocent fishermen were killed in other incidents. The Trump administration promising to remove Biden administration changes to the corporate average fuel standards for cars. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says his department is helping President Trump deliver on job growth.
The more cars we sell, the more jobs we have in this country. And so this is jobs, this is freedom, and this is common sense, Mr. President. So thank you for your leadership. And I appreciate what the Senate did with the big, beautiful bill and what we've done here today.
The president pushing an affordability agenda ahead of next year's midterms. America's listening to Fox News.
Greer's has been connecting families with foods they love. And at the heart of the Greer's story is you, the customer. And that's why Greer's is proud to support the community and proud to be a sponsor once again of WKRG's Magical Christmas Toy Drive. You can be a part of this too by dropping off a new unwrapped toy while you shop at Greer's. Look for the donation boxes that have pictures of the news anchors when you're shopping at a participating Greer's location.
And remember, Greer's got it. We guarantee it.
Mobile, Jim Cantori is coming. The Weather Channel's famous meteorologist, known for breaking down major storms, will headline the last United Way and Verizon Disaster Resilience Forum on Friday, December 5th. From 9 to 11 a.m. at the McQueen Alumni Center at USA, hear from top disaster experts, explore preparedness exhibits, and get questions answered by Cantori himself. Tickets are $10 at UnitedWayStormReady.com. That's UnitedWayStormReady.com. Don't miss your chance to learn from the best before the next storm hits. United We Prepare.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the Big Wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
The Uncle Henry Show continues here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Killer Bees is back. This is not a rerun. Killer Bees, he was here recently, but he's back to talk about his comedy show. He's doing a comedy show this Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Crescent Theater, 208 Dolphin Street in downtown Mobile. You can get tickets to that show at the Crescent Theater's website. You can go to Killer Bees' website, killerbees.com, B-E-A-Z. Get tickets there. Killer, do you mind if we take another phone call?
I do not mind. It'll be fun, man.
251-479-2723 if you want to talk to Killer Bees. Hello, caller.
Roll Tide, Unc.
Roll Tide, roll. 68-year-old Chris from West Loxley on the air with Killer Bees.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I got a couple of questions for you.
Yes, sir.
For the John Boy and Billy thing, did you get that arranged yet to where you're going to be on their last show? Or
We haven't heard yet, man, but we're in talks with them, and we desperately want to do that. That was such a huge part of my life and career for, I guess, 3 decades or so, man, that I really want to try to get back in there and hug everybody and, thank them and tell them I love them. So they took me and James Gregory and Tim Wilson under the wing all those years, and I'm the only one left out of those 3 horsemen. So, I would dearly love to get back in there. So,
and another thing, and I may have you confused with someone else. I am 68 after all. On a previous appearance on Uncle Henry's show, didn't you discuss O. Henry's short stories one time?
Yes, I did, and that he was my favorite author back in the day because he has such a surprise ending to the stories, and I try to write my stand-up with surprise endings to the stories. That's cool that you remembered that, dude.
I didn't remember that.
I've got the complete unabridged version of all his stories. I mean, it's the New York City phone book that I've had since I was a teenager, and my all-time favorite, and they made a movie out of it, Ransom of Red Chief.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Dude, what a cool phone call, man. This is great.
Hey, have you ever seen it was a television movie that they did several years ago, and Jack Elam played as one of the bad guys that kidnapped the little boy and everything. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have.
I'm trying to think of what the name of it is. I think I did see that.
It's Ransom of Red Chief.
Then yes. I was trying to put that together.
Hey, you ain't been sipping in that shine, have you?
No, I'm doing Diet Cola, as a matter of fact. And I'll say this about that, man. I don't hardly even drink. They make us do some weird stuff on the show. So
hey,
yes.
I understand. Listen, I've been on the wagon for 3 years and 5 months now myself.
Good for you, buddy.
It's the longest I've ever gone. So.
Hey, but it's not that hard once you make that decision.
With a little patience, perseverance, and prayer for sure.
Exactly, brother. Exactly, man. Awesome,
hey,
dude.
Well, listen, you take care of yourself. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make your appearance this week, but Lord willing, maybe I'll get with you on a future one, okay?
Got you, brother. Take care. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Love you, man.
Love you.
All right, there he goes, 68-year-old Chris of West Loxley. Telephone number 251-479-2723. Again, Killer Bees doing comedy this Friday night at Crescent Theater, 208 Dolphin Street in downtown Mobile. Get those tickets at killerbees.com, B-E-A-Z. The show is 7 o'clock Saturday night. Now, in our news break, we just had a news break.
Yes, sir.
And one of the headlines that Fox 10 had on the show was about search warrant being served at somewhere in Mobile County, somebody with a bunch of monkeys. And they were claiming that neighbors said these people were driving around with monkeys in a golf cart, and they didn't have any other details other than they were searching a home with monkeys. Now, have you ever encountered monkeys? See, I've never encountered monkeys other than in a zoo. Do you have any monkey stories?
Uncle Henry, get this. This.
All right.
100 years ago, senior in high school, during the summer, I had a job with some other high school students doing maintenance work in city-owned funeral homes in Jackson, Mississippi. This one, cemetery, my bad. Cemeteries, cut the grass, trim hedges. Adjacent to this cemetery was the Jackson Zoo. and there was a little opening in the fence, and we could climb through and go hang out with the zoo people. My good buddy, Alan McClure, was in charge of the great apes at this time, went to school with him. He goes, man, you got to come visit it. I'll let you pet the baby orangutans. Okay, orangutan. I call them orangutan. That's how I grew up. But anyway,
but now this is a true story.
Yeah.
This is a true story. So Now imagine this: killer bees mowing cemeteries in Jackson, Mississippi, and climbing through a fence to go hang out with the orangutan at the Jackson Zoo. All right. What happened?
So we set this appointment up, and Alan told me, dude, wear old clothes. Wear stuff that you don't mind if it gets dirty or torn. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is this like a cage match? Holy cow. So we go in there, and there's two of them. There's twins, Damien and Dumpling, a male and a female. So they brought Dumpling, the female, over to see me, and I'd already made up my mind, because I've seen them yawn. They got canine teeth a foot and a half long. So I've already made up my mind, well, I'm just going to reach down and pet this orange gorilla. You know, I don't want to pick it up. I had no choice in that. It walked up to me, reached up with his hands and grabbed both my arms, then reached up with its foot hand and grabbed my thigh and just climbed up on me. So it was out of my hands to even control this thing. And so, like, their hair is real coarse, like a hog or something. Yeah. And it kept trying to push its head up under my chin. And I'm like, is this thing trying to get to me to rip my throat out?
Yeah.
You know, and I remember this about that. I was wearing a T-shirt that had a pocket on the front of the shirt, and this orangutan kept putting his finger in that pocket and wiggling around and then tasting it to see if I had treats and stuff.
Oh, okay.
In my pocket. So then Alan goes, okay, well, I got to put them back up. And this orange gorilla, orangutan, did not want, it weighed about 50 pounds, it wasn't a little baby. He told me babies, they were 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall, did not want to let go of me. And they kept trying to peel it off of me, and it wouldn't let go, and it started screaming, wah, ah, and just all these just outlandish howling, screaming noises. And the vivid memory in my head is of this orangutan laying on its back while two of the zookeepers each had one arm, and they were pulling it, and it had its little feet hands wrapped around my ankles.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was a tug of war to get this orangutan away from me. I was skin up and stuff from it, man. So that was 1971.
And it was screaming as they were pulling it off of you.
Yeah, and it was like a horrid, and I'm like, dang.
No, you kept your cool, though. You kept your cool?
Yeah, other than
ice
peeing,
water?
other than peeing. But, you know, I blame that on the monkey. That wasn't me.
Okay, that was the monkey.
Dumpling did that. Bless her heart. So, one other monkey story.
Another monkey story.
100 years ago, I say that, 2005, my parents were killed in a car wreck.
Yes.
Okay. And I decided to get off the comedy stage for a little bit because nothing was funny anymore. Lo and behold, I got this call from CBS Radio in New York wanting to know if I wanted to do a morning drive time gig in Tampa. It was like, I think it was like a top 20 market.
Oh, they offered you a job. They wanted to make you a morning radio guy.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And it was, they're calling the last really big deal in radio.
Yeah.
Huge contract. So I get down there, and the Steve Austin, the guy running the board, was telling me when he was a kid, he had a friend that had a baboon that lived in their house. And he would go spend the night, and he said that baboon terrorized him. It slept on the top bunk of the bunk beds. He said he'd be in that little bottom bunk laying there, and he'd see this head come over and look at him. He said it was terrifying. He'd reach down and slap him and stuff. So baboons are not nice.
No, they aren't. All right, killer bees. We've just learned so many shocking things. Killer Bees, he's doing comedy in Mobile Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Crescent Theater. More on that when we come back from the break here on the Uncle Henry Show.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
And we have congestion developing on Highway 59 from I-10 to Gulf Shores. It's a 51-minute drive. On the Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, it's an 18-minute drive. Also east on Highway 98 from Government to I-10 at the Bankhead Tunnel, it's a 3-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baquet.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hey, it's Kyle from
All right, YouTube viewers, I'm sorry. I want to make sure you hear this story. Killer Bees has more stories from the cemetery being next to the zoo.
Correct.
In Jackson, Mississippi. I never knew Jackson had a zoo.
Oh, yeah. They had ducks and a monkey that ate people. So, anyway, by the way, this was summer work, and when we would take a break and go across the street to the little store to get beverages or whatever, we would take our work gloves off and put them on sticks on top of the graves like people were digging up, which probably wasn't nice of us.
No.
But, leather work gloves, when you sweat in them, they shape like your hand.
Yes,
So we did that because we thought that was funny. But anyway, one day, a freaking...
A bird,
a peacock,
a peacock
left the zoo, come through the little hole, our little sneaky hole that led into the cemetery, and we're standing there looking at it going, you know what, that looks just like a big pheasant or something. And then somebody else goes, we should cook it. And then, of course, we all, high school students, crazy, went, yeah. So we went and caught this peacock, and we're thinking about, all right, now we've got to build a little fire. The whole time we're like, all right, we can't let our supervisor come through and catch us. So it was a tightrope walk. But anyway, the peacock escaped. Actually, somebody had it by its big long tail feathers, and it pulled them out and run off.
Okay, well, good.
So
the peacock escaped.
So I've still not sampled peacock.
Okay.
So
well. Just the idea that Jackson, Mississippi had a zoo, and it was next to a cemetery, and Killer Bees, the future comedian, was out there maintaining the cemetery.
Correct.
So this all needs to be in the movie. If there's ever a movie of your life, this would be a nice vignette. Chasing the peacock.
Chasing the peacock, getting manhandled by monkeys. A lot of cool stuff.
Yes, indeed.
We would, on our little lawnmowers, get a coat hanger and wrap it around the back end of the little spark plug and straighten it so it would stick out about 2 feet to the side, and we'd always walk by our co-workers, let the coat hanger touch him and shock his leg. We did that. Just fun stuff.
Wow.
Fun stuff.
Wow.
If I'd have had my flamethrower back then, whoa, man.
Now, you've told us on this show about your flamethrower that you were gifted. How often do you trot that out and just have fun with it?
Not nearly as often as I would like to.
Okay.
Corporate would not let me squirt it at the house. You won't let me do it in the backyard. It might burn the grass up.
It might.
Don't want me to do it in the driveway.
No.
It'll make marks on the pavement. So yada, yada, yada.
You never want to go take it out to Langen Park or something?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I do. I squirted it. Where was I at? I just took it somewhere, and we squirted it. Oh, we had a church meeting on Wednesday night at someone's house. And they had messed up and sent a note that we're going to have a bonfire. And I went, it's on.
Okay, so you took it to somebody's house.
Yeah.
So you can't do it at your house, but you do it at somebody else's house.
Right, because they had a bonfire in their yard.
Okay.
And so we lit it with the flamethrower, and then everybody took a turn. You wait till if you've never seen a church lady squirting a flamethrower, dude, get you a church lady and a flamethrower, and that's very funny because they're all timid at first, and then they won't put it down. Wait a minute.
Looking for something new to shoot and burn.
Right.
All right, we got to go back on the radio.
Throughout the day on your Thursday. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith of this iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. We're sharing the story of the woman who convinced Abraham Lincoln to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app, now #1 for podcasting. This is News Radio 710, WNTM, an iHeartRadio station.
The Uncle Henry Show continues here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Our final segment this evening with Killer Bees. Killer Bees is going to be doing comedy this Friday night. Downtown Mobile, 208 Dolphin Street, Crescent Theater. You can get tickets at the Crescent Theater's website or go to killerbees.com. That's killerbeaz.com to get those tickets. Killer Bees, now, you've been doing stand-up comedy for how long? 35 years? 40 years? How many years?
The last weekend of this coming June, I will start year 45.
Whoa!
Of doing stand-up professionally.
45. Do you ever feel butterflies before a show?
Oh, yeah.
You still do?
Always.
Always?
Well, it's always because it's important to me. I care that I want to do a good show. I want to be professional. I want to please every single person in the audience, and I'm serious about it. So, yes, I do. I get adrenaline. It's not the debilitating stage fright from 100 years ago when you first start out, because it is such a tough art form. But I do get an adrenaline burst. It's high drama to do it. So
now, have you, thinking back through those 44 plus years, do you remember a worst time of stage fright where it was that it meant that much that you weren't even sure you were going to be able to make it out there? Have you been that afraid on stage?
Well, I never didn't go on stage, but it can be a terrifying art form, man.
Right. Do you remember your first time on TV doing stand-up on television?
I believe that may have been on the Nashville Network.
Were you afraid then?
Nashville.
Stage fright
then? A little
then?
bit, not enough to stop me from doing it.
Right.
But a part of it is my maturing.
Right.
And my walk with God that tells me don't worry about, don't quit projecting yourself into the future having a bad show. And that doesn't even exist at this point. Why are you letting that be in your head? So I have learned to, the Bible tells us, think on what is righteous, what is good. And so when I get thoughts like that before a show, I just squash them. I'm going, no, that doesn't show God's blessing. And so it's not nearly as debilitating, but it is still a lot of adrenaline, and it's still hard to do.
You ever get extra nervous, or did you ever get extra nervous when you found out a famous person was coming to see you?
Not really.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not really, because it's a different art form. Now, if it would, that's the thing, actors and stuff, man, that's a different art form than from what I do. And so it's amazed to me always about how these celebs will come up and tell me, man, you were great, yada, yada. I got off stage somewhere in America one time, and freaking Jack Klugman was sitting Quincy was sitting in the green room. And I go, holy moly. I go, man, I need your autograph. He goes, no, I need yours. I'm like, dang, what a thing to say to something,
Well, that's a nice guy.
Yeah, very nice guy. Had his wife with him and stuff. So
I'm sure you've met lots and lots of celebrities in green rooms over the years. Any people as nice as Jack Klugman?
A lot of them. There's a rapper named Yellow Wolf that has millions and millions of followers and stuff, who came backstage at my show at Zany's a year ago, and goes, man, he goes, my mom and I used to come watch your show. She would sneak me in when I was underage. We would watch your show, and I decided that I was going to be a comedian. He told me that they would recite my act back and forth to each other when she would drive him to school. And he goes, I ended up being a rapper. He goes, but you got me wanting to be in showbiz. Come in, hug me, got all teary-eyed. I'm like, dang, man.
Wow.
So he, it escapes me the way people will appreciate the art form, because I'm at work.
Well, yeah.
But that really, I've had so many nice, high-profile people like that come up and go, man, that was great, thank you. I'm like, holy cow. So it's really been a wonderful career, man, ups and downs, which everybody has, and it is such a feather in my hat to still be doing it. And I think I told you last time I was here that I may try to keep going and get 50 years in.
Okay, good.
I think that would be
Why not?
I think that would be a fun legacy. Did 50
course.
years of stand up professionally. And so I think, and see, it's a low impact gig. I'm not climbing ladders, toting roofing shingles or working on the brick pile like my buddies do. So I'm blessed in that. So I think I would like to try to reach that 50-year mark. I think that would be cool as I'll get out.
Wonderful. All right, we're out of time now. So it's Friday night, 7:00.
Correct. Yep.
Crescent Theater.
Yep, featuring Dan Whitehurst from Nashville, who is funny.
Yes.
So we hope y'all will come out, man. It's going to be neat. And support the Crescent Theater. Those guys are doing it right.
Get those tickets, killerbees.com, Killer B-E-A-Z, killerbees.com. Crescent Theater has tickets as well. That's Friday night, 7:00, Crescent Theater, downtown Mobile, Killer Bees. Killer Bees, thanks for coming by again. Great to have you here.
Thank you, man. I love you. It's good to see you.
Love
Always.
you, too. Come back again.
Fox on Tech.
YouTube viewers, thanks for watching. I'm taking some vacation time, so I won't be here for the rest of the week. Catch up with you next week. Have a pleasant next few days.
I'm Evan Brown, Fox News.
With the country rise, Judge Jesse now presiding.
We have a criminal organization known as the United States government. They have put a justice system in place that will allow them to get off scot-free when they commit crimes. This judge who dismissed the Comey stuff, the Letitia James stuff, she was installed to ensure communist criminals can never burn for their crimes.
Handing out tough sentences, Jesse Kelly. Weeknights at 7 on News Radio 710 WNTM. 'Tis the season when you're in the mood for holiday music. Listen live with the iHeartRadio app and on your radio to Mix 99.9, the Christmas
Anna's
station.
here from Mobile Bay Coins and Fine Jewelry. Anna, do you ever have serious coin collectors come in to Mobile Bay Coins and Fine Jewelry?
Oh, yeah, they come in all the time and spend probably about an hour or more at the shop just looking at coins and all the inventory that we do have in the shop. Thousands of coins.
If you're looking for investment-grade collectible coins, go to Mobile Bay Coins and Fine Jewelry, 2204 Government Street in Midtown Mobile. MobileBayCoins.com.
So Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. You might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer expires 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
News Radio 710 WNTM AM and WMXC HD3. Mobile.